All right, guys and girls, I'm going to talk to you now about slides 5 and 6. Slide 5 reminds you of the learning target to reread aloud and in your head. And there's tips that you were given on that slide for how you can practice doing that. You can find all the snap words. So if you're looking at slide 6, I bet if you skim and scan through those sentences, you're going to find a couple of snap words: in, the, and, because. And then you have to figure out the words that you don't know. So if you pay attention to the words that I circled in red, those are kind of confusing words. The first one I circled is instead. If you were to chunk that apart, you might say instead. What the heck does instead mean? So you can reread Mrs. Quimby wearing a dress instead of old slacks. Okay, so she's wearing a dress and not slacks. Well, slacks is also circled because you might not know what slacks are. Slacks are kind of an old-timey word that means pants. So if she's not wearing pants, she's wearing a dress. It's not instead. That word is instead. Instead. She's wearing a dress instead of pants. Now, if you wear a dress, that's a little bit fancier, right? So maybe Mrs. Quimby is off doing something fancy, and Ramona, of course, wants to know about it. Then I circled on the end of the second line, there's ER and a dash, and then the third line starts with RAND. That's a hyphenation. Some of you do that when you're writing. You're spelling out a word. The word is too long to fit on the space on the line that you have left, so you put a dash in between. And remember, we talked about, as writers, when we do that, we have to put that hyphen, we have to put that dash whenever we clap out a word. So if we said errand, that would be the two syllables. That's why the hyphen is after the first R. So it's not rand, errand. Her mom is wearing a dress and she's off running an errand. She's going to do something that she needs to do by herself without the girls around. She promised not to be away long, and Beezus and Ramona promised to stay out of, there's another hyphenation, T-R-O-U. You could say that, trow. Ramona promised to stay out of trow. Oh, but then there's the rest of the word on the next line, B-L-E. It's now trow-blee. Ramona promised to stay out of trow-blee while she was out. What's trow-blee? No, it's not trow-blee. It's trouble. Trouble. That's why the word got split up onto two lines. She promised to stay out of trouble while her mom was out, and that's a promise that was easier for Beezus than Ramona. Ramona has a hard time promising to stay out of trouble.